Hey everyone, it's Bizot42 of Finding42, finally giving you my 2-credit review on Starfield. I ponied up for early access so I could have a chance to play it over the long holiday weekend, now almost 2 weeks ago, but with my work schedule and dad duties, it's hard to find time to sit and relax and play video games. But I did it for you, and have put about 20 hours into the game, and now I'm ready to give you my thoughts. First, Starfield is a Bethesda game. Let's get that out of the way right now. So it comes with all the added bugs and glitches we didn't ask for but have come to expect. I haven't run into anything game-breaking yet, mostly just funny or ridiculous. As an example, I watched a main NPC have an entire conversation with another NPC in order to move my quest along, but the other NPC was 20 meters away in another room. My NPC was staring at a wall. Little bugs like this can be immersion-breaking, funny, or downright annoying. I have watched dead life forms spring around like an elastic boomerang, and was awestruck by the power of my companion to walk through walls and rocks. All that being said, it's hard to be mad knowing this is what they produce. This is what Bethesda has become known for. Great, large, expansive games full of bugs. The game is broken down like their other games, Skyrim and Fallout, where you have a main quest line and hundreds of side quests. You can literally get lost for hours just doing random quests your person picks up from overhearing a random conversation or talking to one of the endless named PCs. There are so many quests and activities, there is always something to do. Skills are interesting, broken down into 5 categories: physical, social, combat, science, and tech. Each skill level you unlock has a challenge that needs to be completed before you can advance it. The challenge is basically you need to use that skill. I like this. It makes sense. You don't get better at shooting a laser pistol by adding points. You get better by actually shooting the laser pistol, and then unlocking and upgrading your skills later on. There are levels of skills as well as tiers in the skill groups similar to Fallout 4. Bethesda again has decided not to put in ground vehicles, bikes, moon buggies, or the like, so the only transpo is your ship. You can use your ship to smuggle cargo, move legal cargo, battle pirates, and if it's equipped with the right stuff, you can craft pharmaceuticals, modify your weapons and your armor, except melee weapons, cook food, modify your spacesuits and helmet. There is an entire shipbuilding and upgrading function that I'm not ready to tackle for this review. It's pretty deep, and I just don't have the knowledge to give an honest opinion about it. Let's talk about loot. Probably the number one thing that annoys me with this game. Loot is everywhere. Staplers, cups, clipboards, weapons, clothing, spacesuits, space packs, helmets, and so on. There are items that will tell you that they're useful in crafting, but everything else just takes up valuable inventory space until you're able to sell it. As of right now, you can't break down items into useful parts like you could in Fallout 4 or Fallout 76. It's more like Skyrim, where everything can be sold, but not everything is useful. I don't find the crafting as satisfying as I did in the other games. I honestly feel I took a step backwards in Starfield. I'm sure others will disagree, but this is just how I feel about it. Flying in space is lackluster. You can grab jump, aka fast travel, anywhere, everywhere, pretty much any time. There's not incentive to spend hours flying to your next point. Space combat is a bit cumbersome and takes some time getting used to. For the most part, the only loot I've gotten from engaging with enemies are parts to repair my own ship, nothing I can sell and make creds on, so I tend to ignore most battles by grab jumping out of them. Speaking of fast travel, you can basically fast travel anywhere at any time from any place. Exploring a planet and don't want to walk back to your ship? Fast travel. Need to get to a space station but you're walking around the city? Fast travel. Fast travel is so liberally used that it becomes reflex to use it. I never feel a need to walk or fly anywhere. The only time you can't fast travel is if you're over encumbered or you're trying to get to a place of interest on a planet's surface that you've never been to before. Which brings me to the most nitpicky part of this quick review: immersion and open world. This does not feel like an open world. It reminds me of Obsidian's The Outer Worlds. You will fly from point of interest to point of interest. There is nothing in between. Most planets are void of anything, by design according to Bethesda. You'll land at a POI, and from there you'll go to your quest location and a few other points of interest on the planet's surface, if you choose. The game does not reward you for taking off in a direction and exploring. I haven't run into any random caves, structures, or NPCs on any planets I've done this on. This is disappointing as it was one of the best, in my opinion, features of previous Bethesda games. This lack of open world exploration may kill this game for many players. There at this time is no reason to stray from the path, so to say. I haven't really touched on weapons and gunplay. The weapons are bland and so similar that you don't feel the need to replace your favorite, just mod it and keep shooting. There is no armor aside from clothing in your spacesuit. Since you can't modify clothing, it's just get a better set of clothing and replace it for what you're wearing. Melee weapons are basically the same so far, and you can't modify them either. Disappointing, Bethesda. Gunplay is okay, the AI is stupid, easily beat with line-of-sight issues and predictable movements. The gunplay was far more satisfying in Fallout 4 and Fallout 76, which should tell you a lot about this particular game. Melee combat is even less satisfying. I am disappointed with all the combat in Starfield so far. Let's end this on a positive note. I am enjoying Starfield despite its shortcomings, bugs, and terrible loot system. The cities are pretty large with active NPCs making them feel alive. The sound and music are amazing. The graphics to me are wonderful, but I don't usually harp on graphics for games as long as I'm having fun playing them. It looks pretty and runs well, and that's what matters. There seems to be hundreds of hours of content at my fingertips if I want it. It's a decent entry into their library that has potential to get far better over time. There you have it, my 2 credits about Starfield. If you liked this review or got anything out of it, please smash the like button and subscribe. If you would like to see similar videos about other games, let me know in the comments. Thank you for watching. Till next time, see you on the flip side.